Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, I rise to support the resolution before us, like my colleagues before me and my colleagues, I presume, who will come after me, to support this resolution. But before I continue, I want to thank, Mr. Speaker, the people of Beaufort South. The people of Beaufort South that on December 1st broke every record in Beaufort South and placed their trust in me and sent me to this honorable house with record-breaking numbers. I am pleased to announce La Pani Balance Beaufort South encore. There are no more scales in Beaufort South because we broke every scale in Beaufort South, and instead of counting votes, we weighed votes in Beaufort South. And they have given me the assurance that in the next election, we will not need scales, but the same trucks the honorable member from Dennery North uses, that's what we will be placing our votes in the upcoming election, the next election. But to come to the resolution before us, Mr. Speaker, there is a misconception that I want to address before I take my seat. There is a growing misconception. I believe when the Honorable Prime Minister in Soufrière, which I believe was a Monday, if my memory serves me right, made the announcement of the VAT-free day, that everyone thought that it would have been every business, it would have been every item, it would have been across the country. And I want to address that misconception, especially among some of the narrators of public conversation and some of the narrators of public discourse that seem to use this to gain some cheap political points. And I want to address this before I take my seat. And in addressing this, I want to draw to our attention, Mr. Speaker, some of the examples across the region of how certain countries have implemented VAT-free days and what are the implications for St. Lucia and how we have somehow imaged and show that this is not novel, this is not new, this was not a gimmick, but we have almost, in essence, learned from some of the countries across the region. And so I want to draw our attention, Mr. Speaker, to Jamaica. Jamaica implemented a VAT-free shopping day during the back-to-school season. In essence, VAT-free was on school items. I guess it was around July or August. The question for us is, when Jamaica implemented the VAT-free day, was it on all items? No. Was it every business? No. And so what we see in St. Lucia, it is not new, it's not novel, it's not a gimmick. It's not different from what other countries in CARICOM, what they have done. In Trinidad, for example, there was a VAT-free day to bring some measure of relief and some form of exemptions because there was this tough economic downturn. And again, it was only VAT-free on basic food items, groceries, fruits, and nuts. And so, again, when we implement a VAT-free day in St. Lucia, and it's not on every item, it's not because we want to trick the people of St. Lucia, but we're saying it is a process, it's a procedure, it's a practice that has happened across the CARICOM and across the Caribbean. And Barbados as well, when Barbados implemented a VAT-free reduction period, it was on clothing, footwear, electronics, appliances, furniture, household items, kitchenware, toys, almost like what we're doing in this present time. And so when this government, when our government says to the people of St. Lucia that we're putting you first and we're implementing a VAT-free day during the Christmas season, and we spell out that it would be a VAT-free day on clothing, on food items, household appliances, We're saying it's because we want the people of St. Lucia to get some relief during the Christmas season. And again, it is not a far removed image from what we have seen from some of the major countries across the region. So I wanted to address this misconception, and after addressing this misconception, I hope everybody in St. Lucia now, and everybody who's all over Facebook, some of those who are up to mischief, trying to cause some kind of disturbance, would get to understand that St. Lucia is not far removed from some of the practices that have taken place across the region. And so, Mr. Speaker, I truly support the resolution before us. And before I take my seat, I want to wish the people of Beaufort South a wonderful Christmas. We have an exciting new year before us, and I want to also wish my colleagues to have a wonderful Christmas as well, and an exciting new year. We have a Minister of Nutrition now, so I would advise you that to eat responsibly in the season. Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker.